Welcome to Compassionate Communication for More Peace, Love, and Joy. Let's take a breath. I know you've got a lot going on, and I'd love to help you compassionately communicate. What does that mean to compassionately communicate? You might be here because you've got a relationship that you'd like to see improved, maybe with your partner, your parent, your child, a coworker. But first, it starts with how do you take care of yourself? Because that's the first step of compassionate communication, connecting to your best self. And what does it mean to be in self? As an internal family systems therapist for 35 years, we talk about self as being calm, clear, compassionate. And if you're thinking about someone with whom you might be having some conflict, that might be challenging for you to think about being calm, compassionate, clear. And the other thing is, how calm, compassionate are you with yourself? Are you shooting on yourself? Which unfortunately is just what it sounds like. Are you creating the dynamics where you have to be in charge of everything and everyone? Are you feeling a little lethargic and you would like to rev up your energy? Maybe you're a coach or therapist who works with individuals or couples, and you'd like some tips on how to help them compassionately communicate. The 4 tenets of compassionate communication are: connect to your best self, let go of your limiting beliefs and judgments, unburden pain from the past, and relate from your heart. Just imagine what it would be like if you could feel relaxed, if you knew that you would take on what you thought you were going to be responsible for, but the rest of the time you were going to ask for help. You were going to set boundaries. You were going to stop being critical, to stop being a perfectionist, to be aware of your codependent traits that make you take care of everyone else's needs instead of your own. In the Compassionate Communication course, the first week is all about self-care. I'm going to invite you to think of one thing today that you can do for your self-care. It might be take an extra glass of water. It might be close your eyes for a minute and just try to meditate. It might be giving yourself permission not to do your to-do list. How do you connect to your best self? Because we're not always in our best self. In internal family systems, we talk about our parts that we exile and push aside, parts that we manage with and show the world, and parts that we get extreme with. A lot of times in relationships, we have a backlog of beliefs that we're believing or pain that we're carrying. The first week in our program, we're going to connect to your best self, and you can do that right now. You can put your hands on your abdomen and inhale a belly breath, and then exhale. Do that 2 more times. Just inhale abdomen out. Exhale belly button back to your spine. Good, 1 more time. Inhale abdomen out. Exhale belly button back to your spine. Good, 3 belly breaths. And what it does, it brings you present. It brings you into the present moment. You're not thinking about everything on your to-do list. You may not be ruminating about something you did or didn't do. Bringing yourself in the present moment is a way to connect to self. You can meditate for 2 minutes. You can get on the floor and stretch for 3 minutes. You can go for a walk. You can journal. You can pray. Do what you can to nurture yourself starting right now. So that's tip number 1. Now let's talk about those relationships, the ones that you might be triggered by. You might be seeing an ex-spouse at a party or a holiday. You might have your college-age kids coming home and reintegrate with them, or you're spending more time with your parents and putting up with their foibles. Whatever it is, check inside right now and see what stories you're telling yourself about that person. Think of somebody that triggers you, and then what are you telling yourself? They always do this, they never do that. And when you look at what you're thinking, notice how you're feeling. And usually if you're thinking some negative thought or judgment, you're anxious, you're tight. What we're going to do in the second week in our course is look at all those limiting beliefs and judgments and change the story. Come with a beginner's mind where you can actually start over. It doesn't mean you have to process everything that's ever happened with that person, but it means you can come in with an open mind in the present with your own self-care and stop listening to the old stories. Take off the filter through which you're judging the other person and sometimes yourself, and see if you can let the walls that you've built around your heart to keep from getting hurt, if you can let your walls down and truly relate from your higher self. And when you do that, you'll see the energy shifts. Try it for now, for a moment. Think about somebody with whom you're having conflict or who triggers you. Go over in your head all those limiting beliefs, he never, she always. Notice that you're getting tight. Notice that you're making judgments, expectations, disappointments, resentments. It doesn't have to be that way. You can take a few breaths, you can bring yourself to the present, and you can start over. In our second week, we do that. We talk about empathy and how to have empathy for yourself and everything that you felt, and how to have empathy for the other person who, up until now, has done the best they know how to do. You're not going to change the other person, but you can change how you relate to that other person. And when you're coming from your highest self, when you've decided you're no longer going to have the same judgments and you're going to let go and start over, the third step of compassionate communication is unburdening the pain from the past. A lot of times we're triggered by people or situations because of something that happened in that prior relationship. But sometimes we're triggered because what's triggering us reminds us of how we were triggered in the past, in our childhood, in a former relationship. In the third week in our compassionate communication program, we're going to unburden that pain. We're going to let go of those feelings that we've pushed aside, the hurt, the fear, the anger. We're going to stop managing by being codependent, and we're going to stop being extreme by being withholding or reactive or angry. And we're going to feel more peace. That's what I want for you. More peace. So once you've connected to your best self, sometimes just by taking a breath and bringing yourself present, and are willing to let go of your limiting beliefs, or at least start over, put them aside for just a minute and bring your calm, compassionate self to the energy right now. And then know that I can help you unburden the pain from the past. Because when that happens, the fourth step in compassionate communication is relating from your heart. How do you relate from your heart? And how do you help your clients do all of that? You can do it by joining my course, because what we're going to do is we're going to meet for 90 minutes for 4 sessions. By this time next month, you will have practiced better self-care, just feel more energy, more vitality, more hope, more peace. You will have changed the energy between you and someone else in a way that gives you more freedom, freedom of choice, freedom of expression, where you can truly, I like to say, we can talk to anybody about anything, because you're going to learn how to speak for the parts of you that have been wounded in the past, who have requests in the present, but you're going to do it with some heart-centered energy that you're going to get supported in learning in 4 weeks. We're going to be a small group. I like to keep them small so that I can actually get to know you. I think that we all have a light inside of us, and it's incumbent upon us to nurture that light and to find mentors or groups where we can be seen, we can be heard, we can process our feelings, and we can learn new ways to communicate. And that's why I do the compassionate communication courses. For over 35 years, I've been an internal family systems therapist, mediator, attorney. I'm also a Chopra Certified Teacher of Meditation, Yoga, and Ayurveda. And I have found that when 2 or more people get together, it's a divine gathering. And when we come together with heart-centered energy, where we're all on the same page to be supportive, to offer our wisdom, to share our truth, to be witnessed, to learn some new skills, magic happens. So even though I'm 78 and a half now, I am still dedicated to creating an environment that fosters those kinds of heart-centered connections. And that's why I'm inviting you to join us. It will all be recorded. You'll have access to the videos, the handouts, the coaching, and you'll see that you truly learn skills that you can use right now. If you are a superwoman looking for help, if you're in a relationship that you'd like to make better, if you're looking to start 2026 off strong, or you help others do this, I would like to support you. And we do it in a way that's fun and supportive, with meditations and sharing as much as you'd like. You can stay off camera if you want, but the more you participate, the more you'll get out of it. Sometimes just listening to the other people and knowing that you're in a safe place to be seen, be held, be nurtured, be inspired. That's what I want for you. If you can't make it live, there are replays that will be available to you. You do have the opportunity to create a private session with me. I bring emotional and spiritual healing to your relationships, to your work, and most of all to yourself. Because as superwomen, and you probably are one, and you know what I mean, we want to do it all. We want to do it all, and we want to take care of everybody, and we want to be seen as a caretaker. And I've created heart-centered connection circles before because I feel it's important to share your feelings. When we learn how to connect to our best self, let go of our limiting beliefs and judgments, unburden pain from the past, and relate from our hearts, miracles happen. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have more joy. I want you to have more love. And I want you to remember the beautiful heart inside of you. And the light in me sees and appreciates the light in you. The higher self in me sees and acknowledges and supports the higher self in you. Our compassionate communication course is a lot of fun. So please go check it out. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that 2026 brings you so much peace, love, and joy. And I'll look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.